Hello, guys, and welcome to the Ball Talk podcast, episode number 6. Joining me today, I've got Ben White
Hello.
and Jack Ritchie.
Even.
We'll be covering numerous topics, and you know me, I like to get into the nitty gritty. We'll start off with Birmingham's point deduction. Obviously, Birmingham were a loss-making club, amounting to something like £39 million loss. And the EFL League haven't tried. They have docked 9 points off, but they were aiming for 12. What's everyone's thoughts on this then? We'll start with you, Ben.
Well, it's a shame for Birmingham City. As you know, a couple of seasons ago they were struggling in the league. This season they've done a lot better, been
Yeah.
performing, and it's just a big knockback in it for them, I suppose.
Well, they're 5 points, is it? Above relegation now?
Yeah, that's the thing. They're in trouble
Yeah.
now, aren't they? Which they shouldn't have been in.
Nah. And Gary Monk's done well at the club.
I'm surprised it's just them. I thought there was a few more clubs in the mix for this.
There is 3 more teams in the Championship that could be deducted points.
Exactly. Yeah. I swear it seems to always be Birmingham as well. I swear they never like
They're the
get a break,
scapegoats.
do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always them. But
It's
Leeds got
Aston Villa,
nothing for
Derby, and
bloody.
Sheffield Wednesday. They could also be
Ooh.
deducted points.
Villa's
Derby would be
surely
an
something's
interesting
going
one.
on.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Villa, what was it? Villa, Derby, and
Villa, Derby, and Wednesday.
Villa and Derby in the playoffs, aren't they? So
Yeah,
I think
so
Villa
Derby
might
would
be
be a
just
hard
out. So
one.
that's that'd be both out.
Would it be 9 points as well, or would it be the 12? Who have you seen, Ben?
I'm not too sure what
the
point deduction is. I
EFL,
know they're in the same position, same sort of position.
yeah, because surely they can't dock them more or less. Well, it depends. But for being a
Depends on their
loss-making,
losses, I suppose.
yeah, for being a loss-making club as well, I understand obviously in these you got these fair play rules and that. But why not deduct them at the start of next season? Why this season?
Well, the problem is they can't do that. Wolves would have been in the same boat, but
Yeah,
because they have rules in different leagues, they only was able to fine Wolves because they did do it in the season after.
oh, I get you.
They couldn't deduct some points. Wolves got fined last season for it,
Yeah,
or start this season, should I say?
It'd be a
That-
big story if Birmingham end up going down.
oh yeah, we'll make a rate this season. Did um did Birmingham have the option of a fine or?
They would have took the fine, I would imagine, if they did.
Yeah, they will.
Like, you're not going to take a point to put yourself in relegation, like the
Yeah.
scrap they're going to be in now. But they could get out of it. They got some good players, haven't they? Now they're playing well. Got Adams, sorry. So
Yeah, the thing
players.
is they've gotten so far this season. What's 9 points to them? Really?
Everton were looking at Shea Adams as well as Southampton were
Well,
looking before. Everton have been down there recently, so
Burnley
they've
as well.
probably get a decent amount for him. To
A
be
couple
fair.
of bids rejected, so
But I think
he might be able to get them enough points.
Birmingham just haven't recovered since their relegation from the Prem. Just been half the team, haven't they? Really?
That's the thing. They've actually looked promising this year. I bet Birmingham fans are like, finally, we're pushing on a bit here, back to our old ways, and then they get slack with that. So
Yeah.
it's a bit going on their behalf.
I think we've pretty much covered it. Not really too big of a topic we can talk about. Really, it's not really much about it. Obviously, then they're deducted 9 points. 3 other clubs could be getting deducted. So I think we'll move on to Bolton and obviously their financial turmoil they're in. Will they get saved? What's your thoughts? We'll start with you, Richie, this time.
I think they've been going on and off for sale for so long as a club. I think this could have been done a long time ago. This seems to just keep happening every season, and like they've done well to get promoted again last season with all the troubles they're still having, and yet they've just still not learnt from it. I just if they can't, like their owners can't are struggling, why don't they put them up before? And now
Yeah.
they're not paying the players again. I saw they were like a month or two behind again, with even like coaches and everything, players, everyone at the club. So I don't know.
Because
Is
obviously
there a buyer? That's the thing.
Yeah, they've had like a little deal going. Was it last Wednesday? But they're not wanting anything to leak because
No,
obviously
there's yeah.
it could end up with them pulling out. But they've got the choice now where if they've by next Wednesday if they've not filed for administration, then they're going to have to accept a 12-point deduction, or at the minimum get it to the start of next season. So if they
They're
get
probably better off
relegated,
taking it this season,
yeah,
in my
they're going to get
opinion.
relegated, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
Because
I'd
they're
rather.
already, what, I think they're in there now anyway. If they take it next season, that could mean they'll go back down to League Two. That might be too much for them. So I would take it this season,
I mean, worst case
I think.
scenario, they dissolve. They do a Wimbledon,
That'd
which
be a shame.
it would be horrible for Bolton. I mean, they used to be a Prem side. They used to be one of the
Yeah.
mid-Prem sides. So seeing them in such
Everyone loves
turmoil is a
Bolton.
bit.
I wouldn't go say love, but everyone likes Bolton.
Yeah, everyone does like Bolton, and it's sad to see any club sort of having to do that. But
Yeah.
sadly, it's what the world's come to, especially in
Problem
football.
is as
It's
well,
business.
is that like the last few years as well, they've not really been having any players push through so much. So they've just been
Nah,
getting in these ex-players, and they're not really selling any players for transfer fees to help out or anything like that.
they're
A lot of
wage
players must
mercenaries
be,
as well.
yeah, a lot of them are probably on relatively good wages there, and they're not really playing that well. So it's just it's a mess, isn't it? They should have just been pushing through some more younger players. Might have probably done them better.
I think best case scenario for Bolton is they get sold and
Oh,
obviously move on from
100%.
this. Take the points deduction. Um,
Have a clear out next season and just try and
Rebuild.
push on, get the club sorted, get them out of debt if they can.
yeah, because it is a sorry sight,
Mm.
but it's one of those things though. It's going to happen with clubs. Loads of clubs have had it. Sunderland at the moment are hemorrhaging wages. I'm surprised they're not in trouble. Do you know what I mean? I'm surprised
And
they
they
are not
were
in
at one
trouble.
point, weren't they,
Yeah,
recently?
but I think we've pretty much touched up on those. There's not really been much going on. Later on in the podcast, we'll have a longer sort of sections on obviously the internationals and what's been going on around them because I just hate not having club football. And everyone hates the international break. But we'll move on.
Yeah.
And it's time for my player of the week, which is Joseph Aribo, who's been playing at Charlton. Obviously, he's come up from Staines a couple of years back to the Charlton Academy. He's, past couple of months, he's been putting a good shift in League One. So he's taken my mention. I think he's going to be big, and there's already clubs circling around him. So be interesting to see in a year or two's time where we stand with Joe Aribo. So
I swear you're just trying to pick players we don't have a clue who they are.
well, the thing is, he's good on Football Manager as well. So
Where does he play?
up front, Joe Aribo
Yeah, I suppose he's probably getting more
or
game time now.
slash
Gone.
mid, yeah, sort of a cam, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to be a future star. Another one I'd say is Fiat Arp. You probably have no clue, but we'll move on to the quiz.
Ritchie's quiz of the week.
Alright, this week's quiz is actually a new little thing I'm going to be doing, which is going to be a topic that you guys should know. I'm actually going to do your clubs, and I
Oh
want to see if
no,
the other person can beat you at a quiz about your own club. So I think it could be
it's
quite
quite good.
interesting.
Yeah.
That is quite.
Yeah.
That's good. Isn't it?
So this week I thought I'll start with our host Jay with Crystal Palace.
Oh,
So our first question is actually going to be, in what year were Crystal Palace formed? And I'm going to give you a list of
no.
years. I'll give you a list of years, and you've just got to pick one. 1900, 1910, 1895, 1905. I'll start with you, Jay.
1905.
Alright, Ben?
18. The 18 one, was that 18?
1895.
Oh yeah, 1895.
Jay, straight away showing that he
Get
knows
him.
his stuff. That's nice to see. Alright. Bit of an easier one now. Who had most goals this season? Start with you, Ben.
4.
Crystal Palace.
Zaha.
Alright, Jay.
Luka Milivojevic.
Jay again. Popping up there. I'm gonna ape it.
I've been watching the boys. Penalties. 8 of
mm.
them are 8 or 7 or 8 of them are pens.
Is it?
One's a free kick. Yeah.
Alright, most assists. Start with you, Jay.
Zaha.
Ben.
Zaha.
Neither of you have got that one. It's actually James MacArthur.
Oh no.
Never got that anyway.
So I suppose that's quite a difficult one. You wouldn't really think it'd be him, would you?
Yeah.
No.
This one I'm going to do is about your current manager. So Roy Hodgson, what club has he got his best win percentage at? And I will obviously name them. So you got England, or Liverpool, Fulham, West Brom, Malamo. So which one has he got his best win percentage at? And I'll start with you, Ben.
Lauma.
Okay. Jay?
England.
Ben, pulling one back.
Oh,
That's
no.
what I like to
Yes.
see.
Come on.
Well done, Ben. That's very good. Alright. Okay. This next one, I would like to think Jay would actually know this one as well. To be fair. Crystal Palace Stadium capacity. I can't even say it now.
Capacity.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh no.
Obviously, I'm just looking for the closest. So start with you, Jay.
Well, no. Go for Ben first because I know it.
All right, go on then, Ben. Oh, bloody hell, that's confident.
25,000.
24,500.
Ben's got it.
No, it's 24,500.
What is it?
It's not. It's 26.
Oh my god.
26.74.
Come on.
I know it. Don't worry. So this is actually coming down to this week, which is the first week. It's a 2-2 at the moment, and it's actually come down to the bonus question, which I've not actually really had to use before. So it's not very hard. And obviously, you can both say, Glenn Murray's age. I thought that'd be quite a funny one.
Oh no.
I would like to read Jay would get this.
Oh,
I'll start with
no.
you, Jay, 'cause Ben went first last time.
No, because Ben's gonna nail this. I know what it is.
No, Jay went first.
He's just
I
gonna
went first
copy
last
me.
time.
35.
35.
See, I told you it's flawed. He's just gonna copy me. Right, we're not hearing
What's the
anything now.
answer now?
Oh my
I'm trying to
god.
find it.
What happened?
He's lost the answer.
No, I found it now. Yeah, 35, so it's gone down. Oh,
Well, no,
well,
I should get that point. I should get that point.
No,
'cause
you've both got
Ben
it.
like
copied.
Okay, it's alright.
Do where he's born or
Um,
something as like the decider.
What transfer fee did Palace sell into Bournemouth? Closest.
Oh,
Ben first.
5 mil.
Alright. Ben,
4.5.
Jason.
4.5.
Ben's pulled it back for the win!
No, he sold
Yes!
it. They sold him
Yes!
for 3.5 mil.
4.86.
No, I'm not having that.
I did think it was 3.7 mil.
That's why I said 4.5 because I thought it was 3.5.
But I don't know why I went 5 then.
Him
Come
from
on.
Bournemouth to Brighton was 3.15. I remember the Bournemouth Palace one, so I don't know if you get confused with that. But I do
Yeah,
actually
maybe.
remember it being similar to that amount, to be fair. But the Palace to Bournemouth, I know it was definitely more money because he was a bit
My
younger
first
then.
week of a win.
I'm not happy.
Ben
with
has
that.
pulled it back, especially when Jay took a 2-0 lead there. So well
Jay's
done,
team
Ben.
as
Your
well.
first win, and you do it on Jay's team.
Yeah,
Come
we'll
on.
do easy next week and I will smash it.
He's gonna, no, this is not good now because he's gonna be researching these 2 a week.
You're damn
Yeah,
right.
but I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to do it.
You
Might
have
not
a
do it
Alright.
next week. I'm not going to tell you when I do it. So yeah, I think you can't prepare,
Well,
unfortunately.
I'm ready
So
for it
I might do it
regardless.
on someone else's club. But all right. So this winner's yeah, the winner of this week's quiz is Ben. So well done.
Yeah, there's a load of shit.
That's the quiz.
Brilliant quiz.
Well, that's enough of the quiz then. We are back to what this podcast is about, which is football. And I think Ritchie's got a little bit to say about Bradford.
Yeah, I just wanted to say about obviously Bradford are having a lot of problems on and off the pitch with. I think that the fans are going quite hard on the team and the club in general and social media. So I thought I'd just quickly mention. Obviously, they're averaging I think 15,000 a week, every match day. So that's a big following for a League One side,
Yeah,
possibly League Two now if they go down. So I think it's all going wrong for them at the moment. I just thought I'll quickly mention it.
not too many games
Saying
left
about
either.
them. Nah, it's not going right. I think they're quite annoyed about one of the sackings of their recent managers. I think he's actually I think just been sacked by Scunthorpe today, and that's the Motherwell manager
Yeah.
Stuart someone. I don't know if you know his name,
Oh, I
but
don't
yeah, I
know,
think they
no.
were annoyed that he got sacked, and I think it's gone all downhill from there. But I just thought I'd quickly mention it.
Yeah,
So,
well, interesting with Bradford's situation. Obviously, it's a bit similar to Bolton's, but obviously they're in turmoil. So we'll move on, and I've got something to talk about. I was reading earlier on an article that Gareth Southgate had said to Grealish, if you're wanting to get called up to the England squad, you're going to have to be in the Prem. What do you guys think
that's a
about
big
that?
statement.
Yeah,
He goes back on that straight away by calling up Butland, who plays for Stoke. So I don't
yeah,
know, like, and
it's kind of
Grealish is,
contradicts him.
I don't know what he's doing there, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. They've always that is quite a big statement for any player in the Championship, like for the national coach saying that. So you're not going to get a look in unless you are in the Prem. So
Thing is, I'm
a
not
lot
being
of these
funny.
players might
If a
look to
player
go.
is good, he's good, regardless of what team he's playing
Yeah,
for.
Yeah, I don't think it matters what league you're in.
Too many
At
times,
the
like,
end of the day, the
sorry,
manager goes there to watch the games. If he's performing in the league he's playing in, and you think about it, Grealish isn't going to be a starter anyway. He's going to be a bench player.
average, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I
So
don't
if
know.
he's
That's just
playing in the
another thing.
Championship, what does it matter?
Sorry. That's just another thing with Southgate, which just frustrates me with him. Like, don't say, "Oh, you need to be playing in the Prem," and you've called up Butland. He's not actually played that well this season for Stoke in general. Stoke haven't been great either, but he's getting a call up easily every week, like yeah, every time.
The only
So I don't
argument
see
there
how.
is
I just don't see. Yeah, I know he's a goalkeeper. I
Buttons
still
will be
can't see
playing in
how.
the Prem next year. Almost
No,
certainly, I think. I think he will be.
Nah,
I know he's
Almost
been linked
certainly.
with Bournemouth,
not
but I
Yeah.
guaranteed,
know they've
no.
got.
No
But
guarantee, but I think he
that's
will
not the
be.
point. Like they've never really said no English manager. What I'm thinking about has actually said that in like recent time because obviously Heaton was getting called up and he was in the champ. Been a few players. I know it's been limited, but I don't know. It's just a bit. I don't agree with that by Southgate. You shouldn't be saying that to Grealish if you're calling up Butland.
Yeah,
And like every time as well. It's not even like Butland's getting the odd call up and. I didn't completely agree with his national selection anyway in the first place for certain players
I
out
think
and things like that.
if a player's good. He should be picked regardless of league.
He easily could have rested a few players. He called up a few different players like Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, Joe, you're
Yeah.
gonna want him in there, but he should have got in there. You didn't need to have Trippier in. And,
Thing
like,
is,
obviously
it's the
Trent's
FA.
withdrew as well. So Trent's withdrew. Do you know who they've called up for that spot, or was it just called up someone else? Like if you were going to call up another right back, I know obviously Wan-Bissaka's now
Yeah.
withdrawn from injury, but I don't know. I think he should just decide to go and play for Congo and just turn the stuff it. To be honest, if they're
Oh
just
yeah,
messing
that's what I
about.
would be doing. And Zaha's promoted him doing that as well. So I'm hoping he does that. I'd rather see him play in AFCON than play for England.
That's the thing. He'd walk into that Congo team, wouldn't he? So
Yeah, he'd be one of the best players, if not the best.
yeah.
So I can't. Too many times though, players just get overlooked, and it is dependent on your team. If you're in City, Bissaka would have been called up already. he would have started to start the
Look at
season for
Delph.
England. Yeah, look at Delph.
That's the thing, like, yeah, I was just about to say Delph. He's a brilliant example of just not actually an amazing player, but he seems to get called up a lot
And
of
it's
the
the
time.
same old. The first time we do get a manager at England who we think, oh yeah, he's going to be one of those that does his own business, is Sam Allardyce. But as soon as he said no to the FA,
Mm.
they put those charges against him.
Yeah.
Once
Well,
he
he's not
started
a yes
selecting
man,
his
is he?
players, yeah,
Yeah.
nah. So you can't win. We're always going to have yes men as managers in the England squad.
Mm.
But talking about England, obviously they played Friday night against Czech Republic, and it was 5-0. Or as
There's
in
a few
Martin
good
Tyler would say,
performances.
5 of the best. So, what did you guys think about that performance? Was it?
Um, I thought it was yeah, as a few players played quite well. Sancho was very good. One of that players taking him on, like that's what you want. To be fair, he
Yeah.
looked very good. I was actually surprised by one player. You may not agree, but when he did come on, I think he actually changed the game a little bit, and that was actually Ross Barkley. I thought he actually had a really good
Oh,
game.
yeah,
One
no,
of the
I'll
best I've seen
completely
him.
agree. I was scared you were going to say Hudson-Odoi for a second then, but no, Barkley come on and he did change the pace. I think one
He was
player
very
who
good. He
was
was quick
lacking,
passing. It was
yeah,
very slow, wasn't it,
he knew
before?
what he wanted,
And he
he knew
came on.
where
He
to
was
put
doing
it.
quick passing, wasn't he? And he came
Yeah,
in and was just linking like the midfield to the forwards.
he
It
come
was
on and
just
changed things. But I think one player who was
yeah,
lacking was Hudson-Odoi. He come on and bearing in mind he's only young, he didn't have a clue where to pass. There was one point where he was on the left wing and he went to pass it and he just sort of stuttered. He went to pass it again and you're just like, are you going to release it or are you going to carry on? He just didn't
Yeah.
know what he was doing. And I think that's where you kind of need these players to be playing in the under-21s. Get more match experience under the belt. And then put them in the
I think
main
he's too
squad.
young.
Yeah,
18. It's ridiculous.
it's a lot of weight on his
The amount of
shoulders.
pressure to be there. Yeah.
I
And
suppose it was obviously we we already won the game at that point, so I don't think it was the end of the world that he did bring him on. I think obviously if you're going to call him up, I would rather see him put on like obviously Rice looked a bit, I would say
naff.
clueless. I don't know, he wasn't
Yeah,
quite
he
there,
didn't
was
know.
he?
No.
Obviously I want him to do well because I quite like him. I think he could be better than Dyer in that holding midfield role. So, but obviously there was another little thing, and that was the Sterling incident with the penalty. I suppose. What was your thoughts? Do you think it was a penalty or?
Very loose. Um, I would say maybe.
It's a
I can't,
difficult one.
I can't say yes, I can't say no. Whatever you say, you're going to be wrong
Yeah,
in
when they were
someone's
chatting
eyes.
about it, like they were just sort of saying, they said 50-50, so each one was doing 50-50 equals the foul and stuff like that. For me, it was a foul. I felt like they don't know that like Sterling's not going to get to that ball, and
Yeah, the contact's
the
made.
space is there. Yeah, I think it was a foul. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, yeah, it was. Probably was a penalty, yeah.
Don't seem too sure about
Well, it's a matter of opinion, isn't it? At the end of
that.
the
Yeah,
day.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's
what
it
football
yours,
is.
Ben. That's what
that's
we
what
want to
we're here
know.
for. We want to hear it.
That's what we're asking. You don't
But
think it is, and I
Sterling
like
had a
to
I
good
think
say,
it's
game.
well
say why.
overrated after that game.
It was Sterling.
Yeah.
But yeah, put him free past a team that's got Thomas Callas
Yeah, and
at the
didn't
back.
two of the shots take deflections as well.
Well, when you look
Two
at
I
their
of the
think that
centre
was
goals
an
they
own
backs,
goal, wasn't it? Was it Callus who scored the
no,
own
one of
goal?
them was an own
Something
goal,
like
and
yeah,
that.
then the
Callas
another
got
one
the
took
own
a
goal.
deflection, but it's on target.
Oh, that was terrible.
But when you look at their back four, you got Callas and Silutska, who Silutska was Sunderland a few years back, and he couldn't even make it in the first team. And obviously Thomas Callas is a Chelsea reject. Is it West Middlesbrough now? Been there for a few years. Oh, but Bristol innit? He's been there a few years. Middlesbrough, and then he went to Bristol.
Is he
But
still on the books at Chelsea? Or?
I'm not 100% sure. He's one
Might
of
be out on
those
loan,
that,
might he?
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, when you got those at the back four and you score 5 against them, it's not really a shock.
Yeah.
They were good goals, don't get me wrong, and I'm not taking anything away from England, but when you go out against a team like that, you kind of expect to win 3 or 4-0, or in this case 5.
Yeah.
And they've been handed quite an easy group. You know, we got Kosovo, Bulgaria, Montenegro. It should be a
Yeah, I'm
win
just
every
waiting
one
for
of
everyone to
them.
get excited again, and then we'll play a proper team and get smashed.
Yeah, though,
Yeah.
to be fair to them, World Cup was a good showing. Getting to
Oh yeah.
where they did was an accomplishment, but expecting to win something with the players we've got, no.
Then if he gets
I
too
think
excited,
I just
starting
felt like the first, like obviously they had quite an easy run leading up to that Croatia game. If they had Croatia before and then went out, everyone would have said it was a shocking World Cup and everything, wouldn't
Yeah,
it? It's just where the draw worked so well in England's hand. They didn't play like their real test wasn't till Croatia, and when they did, they just didn't really. They
they
started
failed.
well, but just
Yeah,
didn't really. Yeah, didn't really do enough for me. I felt like if they won that game and then lost in the final, then I would have said fair enough. Like France were a good team to be fair, they would have been very hard to beat. So, but if they got to that final, then I think they should have done as well. And
well, I think
I think
we'll
that would
move
have
on from the
done
England
enough.
performance, and we'll move on to another British performance in Scotland.
Every week.
Glorious, glor glorious 3-0 loss to Kazakhstan. What's everyone got to say about that?
What is going
Poor
on at the moment,
Scots.
eh?
Poor Scots.
Yeah.
We're alienating all of our Scottish viewers.
I think I was speaking to someone at work and said about he didn't even know a lot of the players who were actually called up into that Scottish team.
Nah,
So that's saying so. So
we got Andrew Shinnie at left back, so or is it Greg Shinnie? I don't know. I don't know anymore.
it's just it's a mess. I'm not sure if Matisse is the right person to take the Scottish football forward. To be honest, I think he's
Nah.
past it. To be honest, I don't know. I'm still going.
Well,
I really don't.
Kazakhstan have showed that. I mean, can you name one
I
guy
think
out of the Kazakhstan team? I can't. They all play in the
I would
Kazakhstani
imagine you
Super League
would.
and that. Yeah,
I would imagine you would be able to name one as well. And if you can't, that's
they all play in
fine.
the Kazakhstani Super League, and the rest are free agents.
And to lose 3-0.
So
So that's
it's
bad.
just shocking. It is shocking.
I think they're currently winning 2-0 against San Marino as of
Oh,
recording. So
that's the improvement.
I know. I think San Marino actually fancied themselves today. To be
Have they
fair.
actually
Not
had
a bad
any
result,
shots yet?
is
Oh,
it?
I'll have a
Scotland
quick.
2-0.
I'll have a look and see if they've had any shots. Like finished.
What,
Yeah, 3
2-0?
goal attempts, so they did fancy themselves.
Oh,
Although
what was it?
obviously,
2-0, Jay?
yeah, 2-0.
That's
A
not a
goal
great
half.
result, is it?
23% possession for San Marino.
But
There's none on target for San
talking
Marino
of
at all.
Croatia, Hungary beat them 2-1 today. That
That's a good
big
result.
fella I play on FIFA, Salsai. He got the first, and Patkai got the second. So that's a result for them in there, putting them third out of 2 games. Hungary. Obviously Wales need a win. They got one against Slovakia today,
That's good.
so
Very good.
that's a decent result. But we'll go back to Thursday's results. Obviously, too many shocking. I know Argentina and Venezuela on Friday. Was it Friday?
Yeah.
You know a bit more about that game, so I'll let
Yeah, he
you.
let down my accumulator, so that was a bit. I don't know what's going. Not just because obviously that, but I'm not sure what's going on there. Like, I looked at the squad, and Jesus Christ, they didn't have like Otamendi, no Di Maria. I think Dybala was on the bench, and they were just lacking so many like. I think they had even Pereira from Watford. He was on the bench, and it was just like they had a Martinez from I think it's the Inter Milan one, and then they had another Martinez. I don't even know who that is. I think they had DeCello. Like I've heard of him, but I still don't know much about him.
Yeah,
And like the rest of them, I honestly could not name. And Messi just sat in there probably going, "What is going on here? Like, where's Aguero? Where's that? Like, where are they? Higuain, where are they? He
where are
must
my
be,
mates? Yeah,
what is going on there? Absolute mess. And then obviously there was 3-0 Rondon. Like you knew if it was Venezuela scoring, you knew it would be Rondon. I think got 2. So, and they were home as well, Argentina. So I don't know what's going on there.
So I'm a bit worried about Croatia at the moment. But Argentina, they didn't perform well in the World Cup
Yeah,
either. Come into a
they were
draw
very
with
poor.
Iceland. They're not the
Mm.
Argentina we know.
And they haven't been for a long time, to be honest. I don't
And
understand why they haven't got certain
it's not
like
that the talent
players
isn't
going.
there either. The talent's there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't understand. Like, does the manager just think Messi can win it on his own or something? Or I don't understand.
Too big for the nation now.
Why would you have Dybala on the bench? I don't understand. Like, unless he had a little knock or something, but then you wouldn't even have him on the bench. I don't know. It just seems strange for me. Some of the players.
That game
Um,
was only a friendly though, so
Yeah, I know, but
yeah.
it's still not like. Surely them fans want like they've already seen quite a poor World Cup. I don't know. I just fair enough. It's a friendly, but I don't know. They're just not showing much at the moment. I feel.
What about Ireland squeezing past Gibraltar? They should be going to a team like Gibraltar and dicking them 4-5-0. Squeezing one past them just after half time and ending 1-0 isn't what. I don't think they'll qualify. They haven't got.
Mm.
There's not really any hard groups either in this Euro. But yeah, I think we've pretty much hit most of the internationals. Has anyone got any other internationals to add that stand out or?
I think
no, I
Northern
don't think
Ireland
so.
got a good 2-0 result there. They seem to be getting the results, don't they? They always do. They do very
Yeah,
well, which is good to see.
certainly
So
doing better than Ireland at the moment.
I think Courtois had a bit of a howler in the Belgium game. I did see it. I don't know what he's doing, to be fair. I don't know if anyone else has seen that. But obviously, they managed to see out their result. Um, Poland won 1-0, so that's quite a good result. I think it was against Austria. So
Yeah,
obviously, they've got like Arnautovic, so they haven't got a bad team. They've got some other players, so that's quite a good result for them. They're away as well, so I think that's lines it up, though.
I think my standout
Sure.
game was Luxembourg-Lithuania. I had them in my accumulator, although I had Lithuania. They went 1-0 up and then lost 2-1, so accumulator was pissed up the wall. Top puts
Mm,
Luxembourg top of the table as well, which is something we probably won't see come into the qualification.
mm.
But yeah, they're getting there. I think this. Anyone got anything else to add to this podcast? I think it's been a short and sweet one this week.
Yeah, I think there's not much to talk
Yeah.
about during the international breaks, is there, to be honest?
No, it's
It
one of
just
the
is
worst
what it
times to
is.
be a football fan, apart from pre-season. So I think we'll wrap it up here then, lads. I've been Jared Clarke. I've got Jack Ritchie
Thanks for having me.
and Ben White.
Cheers.
This has been the Ball Talk Podcast, episode 6. If you want to slag us off, put all your comments in the comment section. Any criticism is welcome. If you've liked it, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And have a nice day. Well, see you later.